Am I the a-hole for not inviting my son to my wedding? Am I the a-hole for telling my mom's friend the reason I'm not interested in her daughter?
Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started.
Am I the a-hole for not inviting my son to my wedding? I, 34 male, used to be in a relationship with Sarah, 35 female. We met in middle school, dated on/off in high school, and even talked about marriage in college. This all came to an end when I caught her cheating with my roommate and we broke up. It was really hard, but it got worse when I found out that she was pregnant. Immediately I sought her out and to confront the possibility of her baby being mine, and Sarah avoided me while sending her friends and new boyfriend Adam, guy she cheated with, after me to stop harassing her. I reached out to her mom explicitly stating that I only wished to know if there was a chance that I was the father, and after enough persistence Sarah contacted me directly, called me pathetic, that I wasn't the father, and if I continued she would call the police. Being a broke 19-year-old, I took her at her word and washed my hands of the situation and transferred to another college and moved on with my life. Eventually I met my fiancée Miranda, 29 female, and we've been very happy together. Before the pandemic we were supposed to get married, but understandably that got pushed back. Now that restrictions are loosening up, we're moving forward with the plans, but have drastically cut down on the number of invites to abide by the venue's safety policy. After completing the list and sending out the invitations, I was recently contacted by Kevin, 15 male, claiming to be my son. Obviously, I didn't take him at his word and asked who his mom was, and he said Sarah. I told him that before he was born his mom assured me that I wasn't the father and asked him why he thought I was. Kevin explained that it came out that Sarah's husband, Adam, wasn't his bio dad, divorced her and hasn't spoken to Kevin in years. I agreed to take a paternity test and was shocked that I was his dad. I pissed because I asked Sarah if there was any chance and she denied it. Miranda was surprised but also supportive, and I've been speaking to Kevin regularly while also making plans to see him. He saw on social media that Miranda and I were planning on getting married in the spring and wanted to come. Unfortunately, everyone that we've already invited have all RSVP and made special accommodations to attend our child-free wedding. There's no way Kevin can come without Miranda and I disinviting someone else, which we feel is rude. I told Kevin that while I can't invite him to the wedding, I promise to put together another event so he can meet more people in my family. He seemed understanding, but his maternal grandmother called me up to berate me for not making him a priority now that I'm aware of his existence. Am I the a-hole? Am I the a-hole for telling my mom's friend the reason I'm not interested in her daughter? So I stopped by my mom's house to pick up some stuff yesterday. Her friend was over because they had just gotten back from shopping. I've known my mom's friend Carla for a while. She has a daughter my age. Carla has hinted before about introducing us. Well, I was running some stuff back and forth to my car and I heard Carla talking to my mom about how she just wished her daughter would get her life together and meet someone nice. Then she called my name and asked if I'm seeing anyone, to which I said no. Then she was all like, you should take daughter out sometime, I'm sure you'd hit it off, she needs to meet a nice guy like you. I was like, oh, I'm not sure, I'm kinda busy. Then I went back in my old room. I've heard enough from both Carla and my mom about her daughter to know that she's not my type. Her daughter was in a 2-year college for 4 years and then dropped out, which is normal and not bad. Then she had a decent job and quit because it was boring. She has a drug problem and is in and out of rehab, and she bounces from one guy to the next and somehow gets them to pay her bills. A while passed and I got what I came for and was saying goodbye to my mom, and Carla started badgering me. So when are you going to take her out? I'll let her know, I said. Like I said, I'm kinda busy right now, too busy to take a nice girl out on a Friday. Yeah, and I'm not really interested. Sorry, well, why not? She's a nice pretty girl, you'd be good for her. I was getting annoyed because I felt cornered and looked at my mom for help, but she didn't do anything, so I said yeah maybe, but that doesn't mean she'd be good for me. What's that supposed to mean? Well, I'm not really into girls that don't have a job and have addiction problems. She flipped out and said she can't believe I'd be so rude, she's known me since I was a kid and she was just trying to fix me up with her daughter. I should take it as a compliment instead of insulting her daughter. I could have just said no. I left and my mom called me later and said that it was really mean to say that to Carla when she was just trying to be nice. That I came off like a snobby a-hole. Even if I wasn't interested, I could have been nicer about it. Am I the a-hole?